Hi guys, James here from Oz Powerbanks. Today we're just doing a quick unboxing and we're going to go through some of the specs and functions of our new 96,000 milliamp wireless powerbank. Now this is ideal for people that are hiking and camping and using these for CPAP machines, and we'll get straight into the unboxing and what you can and can't do with these powerbanks. So this is the box, is the packaging you get with your 96,000 milliamp powerbank. And inside the box, you get your full set of instructions. You get a 240 volt wall charger. This will output up to 40 watts into the powerbank for recharging. You get a set of connectors. These are for laptops. You can actually use this out of the DC for laptops as well. And you get a DC cable to use with your laptop. You also get a USB to USB-C. So if you've got a fast charge phone, you can plug straight into the high output USB-C and you can charge via USB-C. And you get a straight USB-C cable. So the power bank itself comes in this little protective pouch. So it's a nice little pouch to keep it under one spot. You can put your cables in here as well. And this is the unit itself. So on the power bank, you have several outputs. So you've got two 12 volt cigarette lighter outputs here. So these are handy for any devices that have car chargers. Over here, you've got your input. One is an output. So for charging the power bank, as I showed you, you get your wall charger. So this charges via DC at about 40 watts. Now you can charge these via USB-C as well. The USB-C will charge this a little bit faster. So the input on this will charge the unit as well. And you can put about 60 watts through it. These units normally at about 60 watts will charge up fully from flat in about 6 hours. This USB-C is also an output. So when you're not charging it, you can use this as a spare USB-C output. So you could have your laptop, you could have a phone, anything like that charging from this USB-C. So it is 60 watts. So we'll do most laptops like your MacBooks or anything that takes 60 watts. So over here, you have some more outputs. You have your DC output, and we'll get into this in a second. This is what you're going to charge your CPAP machine from. But you've also got two high output USB ports. Now these, if you've got a fast charge phone or device that'll charge at say 15 watts, you can get up to 15 watts out of each one of these. So that's a handy little output as well to have. So another really cool little feature with this power bank is this added wireless charging pad. Now the old 96 didn't have this. This is a new addition with this new unit, which is very, very cool. If you're using your CPAP at nighttime and you've got your CPAP plugged in, it's sitting on your bedside table. You can also charge your phone as well. Everybody charges their phone at nighttime. All you have to do is sit your phone on there and it'll automatically start to charge. So that's another great little feature. You can obviously charge your phone still from the USBs, but everything nowadays is going wireless. So that is just another really cool little feature. So with CPAP machines, a big issue a lot of people have with CPAP machines, people that use CPAP machines, is trying to power them when they're away from home. Very easy at home, you just plug it into the wall. But if you're camping or hiking and you're reliant on a CPAP machine, unless you have a power source, it's going to limit what you can actually do. This 96 is designed for most CPAP machines. Now you can charge most CPAP machines. You can use the 12 volt output. A lot of CPAP machines will come with what they call a car kit. This is one of the most common CPAP machines on the market. This is the ResMed 10. The ResMed 10 comes with a car charging kit that you can buy from the manufacturer of the product. You can plug it straight into the 12 volt and charge straight into the CPAP. It ramps the voltage up from 12 volt to 24 volt because this needs 24 volt to run. So that is one way of doing it. You can use any 12 volt power bank to do that. With this unit though, you don't have to have the car kit. You can use the car kit if you wanted. So if you had two CPAP machines, for example, somebody could be using one of these 12 volt outputs, charging a CPAP machine, and the second person could use the DC output. Now, when we supply these as a CPAP kit, you'll see on our website, they will be stated as either being for a ResMed 10, they'll say for a Philips, they'll say for a ResMed 11 or a Mini. Usually what we do is we supply the correct cable. So for example, this cable here, if you bought a ResMed 10 kit, you would get this cable supplied with the kit. So on the website, you will see that there are several different CPAP machines. Now it's going to be the same power bank. The only difference is, so for example, if you go to our search bar and you look up ResMed 10, it will be supplied with the correct cable. So it'll be the same power bank. It will just have the cable that's correct for your CPAP machine. So for example, if you have a ResMed 10, you'll get this cable. If you have an AirSense, if you have an 11 or a Mini or a Philips, you will get the correct cable supplied with it. It just makes it a little bit easier for ordering. Now I'm just going to show you how this connects up. So it's very easy. So on the unit itself, you'll see, I'll try and get this in the shot. When it turns on, it comes on at 12 volt. So all we're going to do is change this. We're just going to press the voltage button. We're going to bring it up to 16, 20. We're going to bring it up to 24 volts. This ResMed 10 needs 24 volts to run. So then to turn it on, you simply plug your supplied cable straight into the unit. And on the back of the ResMed 10, you will see the connection that you would normally use your wall charger in. You simply plug that cable in. And as you can see, your ResMed will start to power up. So that's all you need to do. So you can, as I mentioned, you can use your 12 volt car charging kit if you need to through the 12 volt output on this power bank. But the simpler way is if you buy it specific to your power bank, you can just go straight from the DC into the wall charging, the wall running connector on the back. And this saves you actually having to buy the car charging kit as well. So just going to go through some run times and everything with these power banks. So a big consideration when you are off grid and you're trying to run a CPAP machine from a power bank is obviously going to be about the amount of hours that you're going to get from it. That's a big factor. Now, to try and calculate, all the machines are going to be different. To try and calculate runtime, what you need to do is you need to check your manufacturer's booklet and it will give you the watt hour rating in there. So it'll give you a watt hour rating for what it is drawing per hour on each function. So for example, I went to the instruction book for this ResMed 10, and on the booklet, it is using roughly about 7 to 8 watt hours if just the pump is enabled. Now what I mean by that is anybody that has the ResMed 10 will know that this particular unit has a humidifier built into it. It also has a heater to heat up the air as well. Now when you enable things like the heater and the humidifier, it's going to increase your watt hour draw. So for example, if your pump, as mentioned, is just running on its own, you're going to be drawing 7 to 8 watt hours per hour. If you have the humidifier and the heater going and they're going flat out, you're going to be probably drawing 37, 38 watt hours. So there's a massive difference in the amount of power that you're going to be drawing. To give you an idea of what runtime you're going to get out of this power bank on a ResMed 10, so the watt hour rating on this 96,000 battery is 307 watt hours. And as mentioned, the ResMed 10, when you're just using the pump on it, is using 7 to 8 watt hours. So you would get roughly 40 hours of solid runtime if you're just using the pump, which is enough to get you by. If you use a CPAP machine, yes, it's not going to be as great as having your heater on and your humidifier on, but if you needed to, you can really extend your runtime by just using the pump. Now, if you had, for example, the pump and the humidifier going without the heater, you would be up to about 22 watt hours. So your unit's going to be drawing 22 watt hours roughly. So at 22 watt hours, with this being 307 watt hours, you're going to get roughly 13 hours. So that's enough for about 2 nights. So if you've got your pump, humidifier, you're going to get about 2 nights. It's a different story when you jump up to the heater as well. If you've got the heater going flat out and your humidifier and your pump, it brings it up to about 37 watt hour draw. With this unit, you're only going to get about 9 hours. So that's fine if you're just away for the night, or if you can recharge your unit. So you use it for the night, you have some place that you can sort of charge it for that sort of 5-6 hours. This will get you through for the night. So with the pump, humidifier and heater, you're going to get roughly about 9 hours or so out of this unit. When people use these power banks for camping or hiking, the runtime and the recharge is going to be very important. Now you can, what people will match these with is solar panels. So if you were hiking or you were camping and 4-wheel driving and you were away from power for say 4 or 5 days, what you can do is you can and you can actually charge them while you're using them as well. On the input of this power bank, you can plug a solar panel in. So, for example, if during the day you're getting lots of sun and everything, you can have a solar panel connected up to this. Now, we have links on the bottom of the page. You can see some suitable solar panels that will work straight out of the box with this. So you would charge it up during the day. You would have your solar panel plugged in here. While your solar panel is plugged in, you could also be charging phones and laptops and tablets and stuff like that as well. And the idea would be to get as much charge in as possible, so then for the following night you can run your CPAP as well. But the feedback we've had from most customers that use this, that are away and off-grid for several days at a time, they do without the humidifier and they'll do without the heater just to get that extra runtime. So it's just something to keep in mind and to work out based on your machine. Also, earlier as mentioned, when we did the unboxing, you would have seen there's a wall charger that comes supplied with the unit. Now, on the power bank, the wall charger would plug straight into the input here. So these are two inputs. The C is also an output, so inputs and outputs. Any USB-C wall charger, so if you have a MacBook Pro or anything like that, or a laptop that has a wall charger where the cable is removable and is that 45 watts or higher, you can actually use that to recharge this as well. So it's an extra little way of charging it, and it's going to charge it a little bit quicker as well. So with the 96, this is the 96 in my hands. As you can see, it's not huge for the capacity that it's outputting. The weight of the unit is about 3 kilos. Now, it is quite compact. So when you have it in the little case or you have it in your four-wheel drive or whatever, it's not going to take up a lot of space. It is 3 kilos, has to have a little bit of weight in it. That's just batteries. But compared to old style, it is a lithium battery. Compared to old style batteries, that is super, super light considering the watt hour rating, the capacity of it. So wouldn't be too heavy even to put in a backpack. You'd have to work out your weights. I have had customers buy them. They do put them into backpacks. They're happy to carry 3 kilos and their CPAP machine, but it's an individual thing. Very rugged and durable. So if you are hiking or camping, you put this in the back of the car. It's designed so that nothing's going to crack or break easily. It's all rubberized on the outside. So it is designed to withstand a little bit of outdoor. Another good feature on the power bank, as mentioned, if you want, you can have your phone charging here at nighttime, which is CPAP connected. There is also an emergency light. So if you're in your tent, you just needed a little bit of light to see around, you can just hold your finger on this button here, on the power button. It gives you this amber sort of a glow. Now this, you will get a long run time out of these lights, but it's just a handy little thing to be able to see around in your tent or in your four-wheel drive or whatever at nighttime. To turn it off, you just keep your finger on the button again. There is also a white light. So if you double tap the power button, you get this white light. Now this is actually quite bright. So this would fill a tent with light. So you could use this as an area light, sort of like a flashlight. Super bright. It is very floody, so it's not designed to shine a long distance, but what it is designed to do is, if you set it up in a tent or something, or you camp, you do have that area light. Now this will run for a long period of time. So it's just another handy little feature that they've got built into it. So the 96 is one of those units. Not only is it capable of charging all your CPAPs, laptops, and all that sort of stuff, it comes packed with a whole bunch of other features, as we sort of showed you earlier in the video. You have your wireless function, you have your high output standard USBs for phones. Most phones are fast charging nowadays. You can be charging your CPAP at the same time. As mentioned, you can charge 2 CPAPs if you want. You could even charge 3 CPAPs. It's probably not, you are going to run your battery down quicker, obviously, if you're doing that, but it does give you the option to do that. 12 volts also really good if you've got little small mini fridges and things like that. And you've got that USB-C output and input, which is great. So wall chargers DC, you can use USB-C. So that's the 96,000 milliamp power bank. Again, this video is probably a little bit more specific for CPAPs. So the ideal little companion to have if you are using any kind of a CPAP. And as mentioned, just look up in our search bar. We have several different cables for some of the most common types of CPAPs, like your Philips DreamStation, ResMed S9s, which is an older one. We've also got the new ResMed 11. and also the ResMed Mini. It's the same cable, so the new Mini, which is the portable version, and the 11 use the same cable. We've obviously got the ResMed 10 cables. Now, I'll just one more little cable feature that we'll mention in here, and this will be below on the video as well. There will be a link to it. We do have a car charger. So as mentioned, a lot of people travel with these, and charging is an option. Charging is always, I suppose, something you have to think about. You can charge with solar panel, so you can get solar panels that are suited. As mentioned, they are going to be an add-on on this page, so you can choose a solar panel. If you're near a power source, you can use your USB-C wall charger or your DC wall charger. That's another great way of doing it, charge it for 5 or 6 hours. You can also charge as you are traveling. So I mentioned earlier that you can charge this power bank from USB-C. Now, we have a little, I'll just try and show you here. So this is a PD car charger. So it's a 12-volt car charger, but it has a USB-C output. So these are a great addition just to have. Again, this will be an added extra on the page as well, but these are great to have if you want to charge this power bank up in between your trips. So you're traveling from location to location, you want to charge this up, you can plug this straight into your 12 volt in your car, into the USB-C, and this will charge the power bank up as well for you. So overall, the new 96, I think, is a great update on the older one with the added wireless. I think wireless is a big thing these days. Every phone pretty much that's released now has that wireless function. So it's great to see them actually putting them into the new units. And that's it for the 96. If you've got any questions or comments, please contact us. We're always happy to help if people need some more information. And that's us. That is the 96,000 milliamp CPAP power bank. If you enjoyed the video, please feel free to like or subscribe. We do videos pretty regularly. We will have a few more videos on these larger power banks coming out, and some more CPAP power banks in the next month or so as well. And thanks for watching the video.